Source: Taliesin West was ultimately possible because of a well. Taliesin is a hole in the ground. Not for this well, we wouldn't be here now. There would be another Taliesin West, somewhere else, equally a work of genius, and other people would be sharing this place, this moment. We are gathered here because of water that has been depositing slowly, out of sight, for many years, coming each season from distant lands. This well is sealed, a mechanical spring. You can't look into it. Here, the presence of water is absence of light. Its first visible manifestation is a tank.
Dry. Observing the diversity and richness of the Saharan Desert biome, one questions what a fragile ecosystem really is. What are hard environmental conditions for life? In such harsh places, life flourishes with most beautiful forms to our eyes. Saguaro thorns, rattlesnakes, scorpions, slow-speed metabolism, deadly creatures as most beautiful things are. Here, all living organisms have to survive yearly crises: liquid uncertainty, change, drought, heat, fragile soil, extreme exposure to sun rays, and UV radiation. Yet the desert is full of life that flows between the excess of light and the scarcity of water. In the past 2 centuries, humans have become unbearable water parasites, breaking local water cycles. How can we become a positive part of this cycle? When the wells dry, Taliesin West at last melt into nature.
Rain. Taliesin West welcomes rain. As locally adapted plants, it slows down rain through very sophisticated light roof design, so it becomes part of them. Here, water is carried away through a loose system analog to that of washes and creeks. As in these streams, leaks appear when this system faces a rigid element, therefore losing its ability to move freely. Taliesin West roofs are meant to keep water a little bit longer. Bad weather is good weather here. Desert blooms are dry. The harder the plant, the more beautiful the flower. We are water carriers. How could we become water pollinators?
Erosion. Our underground spring comes from afar. It is very old. It has traveled by land, by air, on birds, and has accidentally stayed here for a while. We should take care of it. This far earth is in a constant state of movement, in washes and clouds, in raindrops. Washes and canyons transport, erased and build up life. Water and wind are still the most amazing builders on this planet, and clouds their masterpiece.
Evaporation. Water leaves fast here. It migrates and comes back twice a year. It travels more in a day than any migrating birds in its whole life, through air currents, sweat, changing states, reflecting light. All around us, singing birds resonate with rain, vegetal scents arise and flies us in. There is nothing more beautiful here than smelling after the rain.
Sunrise, sunset. Taliesin West is a complex shading device, creating bags of cool air from the north, bringing the breezes in. Its structure, like the saguaros, is self-shading. Humidity is a treasure that is renewed by evaporating fountains and pools, but also by protected corners where it lingers. Sometime before sunrise and after sunset, humidity is transformed again into dew, microfeeding the animals and plants. Sunrise and sunset are the original shelter of the Sonoran Desert, a still moment of peace, when Taliesin West melts back to the ground, taking a break from its environmental performance, giving light back, just like Ocotillo did. Sunset. Light moves vertically while clouds travel horizontally, fixing our home through the horizon. Water reflects both into Taliesin West's wavy stones.
Reflection. Here, some reflections come from afar, others take us away. Taliesin West might be an oasis, but Phoenix is definitely a mirage. The Sonoran Desert is matte. Puddles were the only surface where Native Americans could stare at themselves. That reflection died when the last Native American was stripped from its ancestors' shining land. In its absence, Taliesin West's puddle architecture is a portal to feeling. Not only are its hot-blooded memories sedimented in each wall, but the space itself is a healer from some human's undercurrents, irrigating fire, burning soul and joy through our toasted physiologies. We are moved here to become better human beings by learning to accept and share our feelings. Evaporating, fading oceans, washing away, rolling boulders in the heart, wet and dry, thunder and lightning, Orfeo and Bacchus seas, atmospheric leaps, quiet, clear streams. Facing the hard core of companionship, crossing the deserts in between us in everyday's best simple adventure, becoming friends.